Let's start with a working definition of a control point. A control point is an asset or process that enables the platform to establish control over its ecosystem. It is an asset whose ownership allows the platform to do one or more of three things. First, a control point can help a platform make other ecosystem players dependent on itself. This ensures that users and partners in the ecosystem always need the platform's resources and assets and cannot bypass the platform. Next, a control point can be used to enforce standardization in the ecosystem. By being in a position of leadership, the platform owner can specify rules of engagement and ensure that all ecosystem players comply by these rules. This creates a standardized user experience across the ecosystem. Finally, a control point helps the platform monetize the ecosystem. It is difficult to monetize ecosystem activity without owning at least one, preferably more, key control points. All businesses have control points. However, in a traditional pipeline business, the control point is more easily understandable. It is usually an asset or resource owned within the firm's boundaries. The choice of a control point is much more complex in the case of a platform because it is typically an asset or resource created by the ecosystem participants outside the firm's boundaries. Let's take an example to make this more tangible and concrete. For example, Facebook gathers usage data through its newsfeed and many other secondary sources. This usage data becomes a key control point. Users are dependent on Facebook as it personalizes the experience of the newsfeed and makes it more engaging using this data. Advertisers in turn and brands become dependent as this data enables successful targeting of content and advertisements. This allows Facebook to charge a rent for access to this data asset. It charges an advertising fee for targeting this engaged base of users on the platform. Every business has at least one control point. What's unique about platforms is that the control point very often is an asset that is built by the ecosystem outside the platform. Exercising control over such an asset can usually be quite complex. This is exactly what makes the consideration of control points so important in a platform business. When a platform opens out its resources, it must ensure that it uniquely owns the key control points.